Fast as lightning, sharp as a sword. Greetings, YouTube. I'm Lightning Sword, and today we'll be looking at the latest Season 6 episode of My Little Pony, On Your Marks. Bad news, it was co-written by Josh Aber. Good news, it was also written by Dave Polsky, who gave us such episodes as Too Many Pinkie Pies, For Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils, Spike at Your Service, Feeling Pinky Keen. Oh, why is this good news? Actually, Polsky's episodes have improved over the years. Most recently, he gave us Equestria Games and Brotherhood Social. So, that's something, right? Well, this is a Cutie Mark Crusaders episode, and I was never particularly moved by those. With the possible exception of Crusaders of the Lost Mark and maybe Flight to the Finish. Nothing against them, it's just the whole, let's do a bunch of stupid shit that has nothing to do with our interests so we can get our cutie marks that are the only thing in the entire known universe that matter at all to us thing was getting a bit stale. So, moving on. We start in the CMC's clubhouse, and automatically we see them staring at their own butts. Spectacular. It's like a drug to them. Anyway, I do rather enjoy that the first issue the writers give these kids is what to do now that they have their marks. Specifically, what to do to fill up the time they used to use trying to get them in the first place. And as you can see, old habits die hard. Well, that was disturbing. Also, I understand the need to do so in this scene, but seeing these young girls pulling up their skirts and blushing... Ugh, I feel dirty! Anyway, the girls get started on their special talent, helping other ponies with their talents. Only problem is, business is slow, so they're a bit... desperate? Meanwhile, there are masses of ponies in this scene alone whose marks have yet to be explained to us, and they just pass on by. Completely oblivious to the obvious? Yeah, sounds about normal.
Who knew there were so few ponies worried about their cutie marks? Kind of makes you wonder why we made such a big deal out of it for so long. What?
No, what? That's a valid statement. Why did you spend all your time worrying about it? It's just another thing about growing up. It looks fantastic until you actually get there. Welcome to adulthood, ladies. So, this is when the girls get their first real client. This guy. Speaking of disturbing, this grown man is alone in a clubhouse with 3 young girls. Ugh. What is wrong with me? So the big fellow has his problems sorted out effortlessly, but the girls still aren't really feeling it, leading them to panic over their talents seeming to be less useful than they thought. So they decide, since they don't need to do stuff to earn their cutie marks, they can just go do whatever. One montage of conflicting interests later, including X Games, Zecora cameo, and a reference to Harry Potter, the girls decide they should just do their own thing. Apple Bloom is not interested.
Even though Scoobaloo thinks bungee jumping is the bee's knees, Sweetie Belle would rather keep bees. Of course, I'm allergic.
Are you now? Well, at least we get the first song of the season out of all this. And I have to admit, Michelle Krieber is in top form for this one.
I never imagined myself out on my own. Trying to find out what's next for me. The Cutie Mark Crusaders have always been my home. Maybe now there's more that I could be.
This is just beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I just cannot get over... Oh, hey, Tree Hugger! In all seriousness, this whole thing really establishes Apple Bloom as somewhat codependent. I have rather mixed feelings about this. On one hand, she seems as though Find My Cutie Mark has been her only real character up until now, and now it seems she's traded away her identity for her new mark. This leaves a weak character with no real purpose left in the show. On the other hand, it could be safely said that her need for companionship stems from her upbringing in the family centric Apple clan. She spent quite a long time with her friends trying to learn more about herself in her attempts to get her mark, and she was the one who started this whole need to find her cutie mark in the first place. So I can see how shaking off the needs for others will take some time for her, just as resisting the urge to cutie mark crusade has taken time over this episode. This makes for some great potential development later on. Let's see how they handle it. So, in her miserable solitude, Apple Bloom discovers a dance studio, and she tries dancing. She's not the best at it, but she has a spot in an upcoming recital should she seek it. That's when we're introduced to a new character, Tender Taps, a shy young blank flank colt who appears to be a movement extraordinaire. I know you can't see my hanging jaw of awe, but damn, son! This kid could give MJ a moonwalk for his money. Of course, he wouldn't really be, because, he's kinda dead. Moving on. So, Taps' only real problem is that he has a massive case of stage fright. Unfortunately, Apple Bloom doesn't give a shit, so she leaves, not seeing a cutie mark problem, winking her right in the face. Some things never change. Later on, the Crusaders reunite to show off the fruits of their endeavors. When they go inside, they see Apple Bloom having friendship withdrawals.
Oh, hello, girls. Have fun pursuing your own interests?
Okay, this is really the only bad part of the episode for me. I mean, really, truly bad. I can understand Apple Bloom being upset at the potential disbandment of the CMC, but taking it out on her friends just because they want to do their own thing and she doesn't? Not cool, sweetheart. Not cool at all. This is almost as out of character as Sweetie Belle deliberately sabotaging her sister for some out of the blue vindication. Of course, who would ever think to do something so childish and mean spirited as damn it, Polsky! So Apple Bloom finally gets the real message hammered into her thick skull. The CMC are still friends, and your likes aren't necessarily related to your talents. And oh yeah, someone in town needs the kind of help that you and your friends are Cutie Mark certified to provide. Missed that part now, did you? Anyway, the girls head down to the auditorium to convince Tender Taps to go on. Using their newly acquired, uh, let's call it skill set, the girls set the stage for Taps to break out and cut Hoof loose. Rhythmatic, acrobatic, he's a dynamite attraction. At the drop of a coin, he comes alive, yeah!
That boy's good.
And wouldn't you know it, he got his mark too. Good on you, kid. But you still got a ways to go before you reach the king's level. So Taps thanks them for their help, Apple Bloom apologizes for being such a jerk, and the cutie marked Crusaders bond is stronger than ever. And that was On Your Marks. Not bad. I feel like as fans, we were a little bit entitled to see the next step in the Crusaders' lives now that they finally have their marks. And it was nice of the writers to start right from scratch, adapting to life with marks, and doing what you like instead of doing whatever it takes to grow up. It's a bit of a well-needed wake-up call for these kids to not waste their youth while they have it. They're finally doing what they like for the sake of it. They're learning that not everyone has to have the same likes and dislikes, and they're set to do what their marks tell them to. We also got to see a bit of Apple Bloom's psyche, post-cutie mark psyche. We get some more cool cameos here and there, and I loved the character of Tender Taps. I said in my review of The Crystalling that it was nice to see the boys of MLP get a spotlight whenever it happens. And Taps, I think, appeals to the shy guy in all of us, the repressed artist who wants to show the world what he can do. I felt the same way he did many times in my life, and I still do sometimes. A nice touch from the writers, creating a truly relatable child character. Overall, not bad. I did have some problems with it, and it wasn't as surprisingly good as The Gift of Maud Pie, but it was enjoyable. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. I'll be back with a new video soon. Until then, this is Lightning Sword. Stay quick, stay sharp, and thanks for watching.